Hey guys, I'm IzDaisho and I am here bringing you a Return to Ravnica Magic Draft. So this time I actually open up a pretty interesting pack. I don't have such an extremely powerful or expensive card that I'm just like, you know what, I have to take this, otherwise I'm just losing out on a lot of value. Because I mean, if you open up a $10 card and you only paid $15 for the draft, then even if it's just a land that's not really going to be too useful for you in the games, it's still worth it. So the cards that I think that are probably a lot better than the others are the Dead Reveler, Splatter Thug, and IzDaisho. I mean, I think there may have been like a Hover Barrier, which is also pretty good. But anyway, here's my thought process. I'm not really sure if I had the right one, but originally I got rid of the Dead Reveler because I like Splatter Thug better because I like the colors that he can play in. I mean, I like Rakdos and I like Izzet, but I don't really like Golgari too much. Then I decided to end up going with the IzDaisho because I figured if I pass the Splatter Thug and the Dead Reveler, somebody to my left is going to be Rakdos because they're going to pick up on a late one of those, and then that's not going to be great for me. But in the end, I just really, this is interesting. So in the end, I really just decide that that I'm going to go with the IzDaisho, although I think probably Splatter Thug is better because it's just a more powerful card and I should have gone with it. So immediately I see the Frostburn Weird and I'm like, oh man, that's awesome. I love this card. It's so good, and Izzet. And then I see the Skymark Rock in the back. So, I mean, if I had taken the Splatter Thug, it wouldn't have made much of a difference because I'm still the same amount red that I am now. But I am thinking, man, I really kind of want to play this Skymark Rock. I mean, it's just a really good card. A 4-cost, 3-power flyer, or a 3/3 flyer. The 3 toughness is actually really relevant as a flyer. Is so good because it beats every other flyer in combat, and it doesn't just die to Trestle Troll or Tarrying Indrik like some of the other flyers do. So it's just really annoying to deal with. And then I see a Bloodfray Giant, so I'm just like, oh, well, third pick Bloodfray Giant. That's a pretty good signal that I should be in red. I mean, it could be a situation where 2 people ago it didn't work out or whatever, and they didn't really want the Bloodfray Giant. They wanted a more powerful white card. But but in the end, I mean, I decided to take third pick Bloodfray Giant as a signal. I want to be partially red. I'm not sure what else I want to be. So one thing that I did want to do, or want to at least try, is to play the Boros deck, which has a lot of enchantments, and since I've already got an IzDaisho and a Skymark Rock, then I can probably play like Boros Splashing Blue, so then it's sort of like America, which is sort of like Izzet and Azurius. So that'll work pretty well if I can get the right lands for it. But in the end, I go for the Soul Tithe here because I do want to get this Ethereal Armor-like effect that makes it really powerful. But I'm not sure if that was really the right choice. Soul Tithe, I just can't figure out that card. I can't figure out if it's really good, if it's really bad, or if it's somewhere in between. I see like some pros are really high on it, and then a lot of others are just like, you know what, this card isn't even playable. I don't even want to worry about it. But I don't know. The cards that are even relevant here are Pursuit of Flight, Dryad Militant, and Tristani's Judgment, and Fencing Ace. So I decided to go with the Pursuit of Flight, and I don't know, if I had gone back, then maybe I would have just taken this Fencing Ace instead, but Pursuit of Flight is just such a strong card. I mean, so many games are won just by playing a turn 2 2-drop and then a turn 3 Pursuit of Flight, give it flying, attack you, and then just kill you in 5 turns. I mean, that just happens so often. If they stumble on mana, they're just destroyed. They have to have a real answer to it, and a lot of times they can't come up with an answer quickly enough for it to be game. But if you just put that Pursuit of Flight on a Fencing Ace, like in this deck, then that just becomes insane, because then you're beating them down for 6 every turn. That's just absolutely absurd. And Fencing Ace is just really, really strong in this deck, where you want to have as many enchantments as possible and throw in Ethereal Armors. And you don't actually want as many enchantments as possible. You just want to have a few enchantments. But anyway, the way that this deck is built, I mean, this is the first time I'm doing it, and I don't think I've done it since. No, I don't believe I have, is you want to have aggressive creatures, so 1 and 2 drops, so I'm getting this Keening Apparition, and you want to have Pursuit of Flights and Ethereal Armors, and if you can't get those, then like Knightly Valors are also really good actually in this deck, although it's towards the end, top of the curve. Security Blockade is fine because it gives you a 2/2 Vigilant that you can then enchant with some other stuff to make it good, plus it also counts as a thing for your Ethereal Armor, it counts as a plus for your Ethereal Armors, an enchantment. So that's good. There's really nothing here in this pack. I could take a Crosstown Courier as a 2-drop, but I think I ended up just taking the Selesnya Guildgate on the off chance that I open like a Collective Blessing or something. I don't know. Actually, Collective Blessing wouldn't be probably that good, but I don't know. Maybe there's some strange chance that I decide to go 5-color or 4-color or something like that, and then I can throw in green pretty easily. Here, there's actually some pretty good cards left. I can't tell, but it looks like a Trestle Troll, a Zanarkand Locust, Dark Revenant, and maybe a Seek the Horizon or a Drudge Beetle. I don't know. But I take the Keening Apparition. Again, those 2 drops are just pretty good for me. And yeah. Anyway, second Security Blockade is not complaining for me with, and I'm not going to complain about a second one of those. Definitely pretty useful. Sundering Growth, I mean, is better than Blister Coil Weird, or, I mean, I guess I could have played Blister Coil Weird as just a 1-drop, but I'd rather just have, like, a Bellows Lizard. Anyway, I get a Dryad Militant back, which was sweet. It's exactly the kind of card that I want in this deck. I'll take as many Dryad Militants as I can get, really. I'd play, like, 4 of them. But anyway, that's pretty sweet that I managed to get that. And then I opened a Temple Garden, which is nice. Unfortunately, I have to pass a Bluster Skull and a Teleportal, which are 2 of the cards that I want really more than anything else in this deck. I just want to be able to do that. But I mean, I'm never going to complain about opening a Shockland because, I mean, it's $10 now. It'll probably go up in the future when Return to Ravnica stops being opened so commonly. I mean, right now people have them all over their trade binders and stuff. But anyway, I think this one was tough. I mean, because I want to build this aggro deck, so Archon of the Triumvirate, while powerful, is a 7-drop, and it's really not exactly where I want to be heading. New Prov Guildmage is super, super powerful, but if I want to splash blue, then maybe it's not great. And then there's Frostburn Weird, which I'm playing blue and I'm playing red, so it's going to be super easy to cast and pump. But even so, I am playing white, so I might not be able to pump it to 4 right away. I don't know which one should have been the right choice, but I ended up going with the new Prov Guildmage, and I don't think I'm too unhappy about that. But Rakdos Cackler is just, I mean, yeah, I'm playing this card. It's basically Dryad Militant, but can't block and has 1 more toughness, so it's a little bit different, but it's pretty similar. Here, not as many things. I think I definitely should, actually, not think I definitely should have taken the Rest in Peace. It's foil, so it's worth a bunch of money. Not like $20 or something like that, but probably like 5 or 6 at least. I end up going with Dramatic Rescue because I think that card's actually going to be pretty strong in this deck. That's my first one. We're going to see a couple, spoiler alert though, we're going to see a couple more of those around. Hey, look, there's another one. Second Dramatic Rescue in the next pack, so now I'm like, I guess I should have taken the money card because it's a foil Rest in Peace. It ended up going 7th, by the way, which is pretty cool for whoever is just like, man, this pack sucks. I guess I'll take a Rest in Peace. That's foil. Alright, anyway, Pursuit of Flight here is going to be pretty obvious. I mean, there's like, what, a Tower Drake in this pack that I would play, but other than that, Pursuit of Flight for sure. I mean, this card's awesome, and it's exactly what I want in this deck. I mean, I'm splashing blue already, so just at least for the Skymark Rock and the new Prov Guildmage. And then here I'm just like, okay, God, I mean, I know that you want to give me these Dramatic Rescues, but 3 out of the last 4 picks would have been Dramatic Rescues if I had taken this one. But I end up going with the Izzet Kirun. Kirun's, I really don't like most of them. Golgari Kirun's good. I definitely like that one. But most of the other Kiruns are just unplayable in my opinion. Maybe you can play the Selesnya one and the Azurius one because it gets it as a flyer. Okay, so they're okay, but the Izzet one is just terrible, and I'm only playing it just for like the mana fixing. So if I can play it on turn 3, then I can get my Bloodfray Giant out pretty assuredly. Really don't like it too much. So here was a difficult choice. I'm thinking between this Steal Our Secrets and this Hussar Patrol. Steal Our Secrets is awesome in the deck, especially since I have 2 Ethereal Armors. If you put stuff on Steal Our Secrets, it just gets nuts. But I don't really have anything in that 4-drop spot as like a wall, or I don't really have very many card advantage generating moves. But I don't know. I mean, a 2/4 Vigilance that you can equip up with stuff is pretty good, especially if you put a Pursuit of Flight on it. 4/6 Flying Vigilant. That's pretty tough to beat. I'm gonna have to remove that, otherwise the game is really just going to end right there. I end up going with the Stealer of Secrets, though I think now I would have taken the Hussar Patrol. I always take Hussar Patrols too late, and when I say that, I mean I just never get them. I don't even know if I have any in my Magic Online collection, just because I never pick that card. If I have, then it was just a random hate pick that I didn't need. And here, there's nothing in this pack for me. There's a Mizium skin and a downsize, and I'm just like, you know what, maybe I'll sideboard in this 12th Dramatic Rescue. I think that's my 3rd one or something like that. I could have had 4 already, but I passed one. So I think I just missed the pack that I opened, and that was the one with the 2nd Dramatic. I don't remember. Anyway, I take a Rune Ring here. That's pretty decent for me. I mean, random flyers are okay. I don't know if I end up running him because, again, I really don't want to be playing that much blue. I think I end up playing more blue than I thought I did because a lot of blue-white spells or blue-X spells, and whatever. We'll see. Anyway, Deviant Glee, just random hate pick, and then here, there's nothing in this pack. It's just Seek the Horizon, Axebane Stag, Survey the Wreckage, and then here's another Sundering Growth and an Urban Burgeoning. It just burgeoned him. It's a running joke between me and my friends that the person to get the Urban Burgeoning just got burgeoned or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know why I'm telling you this. So now we're going to open this next pack, and I don't remember at all what was in this pack, so sorry about that. It's a little bit pathetic. Yeah, that's the reason why, because there was not too much in here. I mean, there's a Bluster Skull, which is pretty sweet, and there's an Ethereal Armor. So Ethereal Armor is really the card that I want to see the most. I don't want to be taking it first pick, especially over like a Bluster Skull. Unfortunately, the Bluster Skull and the Teleportal did not make it back last time, which really sucked because I wanted one of them. And I took the Temple Garden instead. But here I'm just trying to decide how much I need this Ethereal Armor versus the Bluster Squall and which one's really better. I think Bluster Squall is a more powerful card generally, and like pretty assuredly better. But here I just went with the Ethereal Armor because I figured if I don't take it now, I probably won't table, and then I'll be a sad panda. But anyway, here's an Isn't Guildgate and like a Skywatch. That might be an Explosive Impact or a Trader's Instinct, which that's probably not an Explosive Impact. No, that's a Racecourse Fury. Sorry about that. Yeah, I think I probably would have taken the Explosive Impact here. Skywatch is a pretty good card. Trader's Instinct, pretty good card, but I think the fixing is a lot more valuable here for me because I am trying to play 3 colors, and you guys should be able to tell by now if you're trying to play 3 colors without much fixing, usually does not work out well for you. So here's an Explosive Impact, and maybe that's why I was thinking of it, but there's not much else in this pack, like a Foil Sundering Growth. Selesnya Sentry is like a card that I might play, but I don't need to play any of those cards because I can just take this Explosive Impact. Some people would say Bellows Lizard is playable in this deck. I am not in that camp, I guess, because I have actually never played Bellows Lizard, never cast it. Like, the second I saw that card, I was just like, not for me. I mean, you just doesn't seem like a card that I want to play. It's not terrible or anything. It might be terrible. I don't know. Whatever. Lobber Crew and Gora's Chainwalker. Gora's Chainwalker can take advantage of my auras more than Lobber Crew can, so that's pretty much all I went. I mean, I guess I could have gone like a more slow you down with dramatic rescues and stuff kind of deck, but I think that's a lot less good than my focused aggressive deck with enchantments and auras and fun stuff. So there's a Dreg Mangler here, or a 4th dramatic rescue. I think I should have gone with the Dreg Mangler just because you don't really want to play against somebody who has like 4 Dreg Manglers, because I definitely know I've seen a couple of them go around. So I mean, there's a good chance that you play against them in the finals. But for some reason, I think that this Dramatic Rescue is going to be useful. I mean, there's no way I'm playing 4 of them. It's a good card, but it's definitely not too good in that many multiples. But what I really should have been thinking of, which is pretty important when you're drafting, is, am I going to use this card? And there's no way that I'm going to be playing a deck which has, like, what, 5 auras, maybe only 4, and then play 4 Dramatic Rescues along with that. It's just not enough spots for creatures. So you just have to realize that there should be enough spots for creatures in your deck. I don't remember why I'm showing my friend Azra's Elecutors. Maybe he's like, I should have taken this card or whatever, but I don't know. But at this point in the draft, it's not really too important, but to make sure that you're not giving away information. I think I don't know. It doesn't really matter what I take here. Maybe I should have just taken the Dead Reveler and hated it out of the pack. But I just take the Azra's Elecutors. Again, there's no way that I'm going to be playing this card unless my opponent is just, like, super, super dirtily, not doing anything, just being boring. I don't know. And then I can use my Elecutors to win with the friggin' Dramatic Rescues. But I get a really, really late Ethereal Armor, and I guess not really, really late. I think it must have been 7th pick. I'm not 100% sure. But that was I mean, I was just not expecting to see another one of those. And when I got it, I was just ecstatic because, I mean, there is no card that I wanted to see more at that time. And I ended up getting it. So that was really awesome for me. So here is just, I have to decide if I want to just take this Slaughter Games for the 20 cents that it is, or maybe $1, I don't know. Or should I just hate this Daggerdrome Imp? But I think I was talking to my neighbor because I thought he was in like black-green or something like that, or he ended up being in like green-white. I don't remember, maybe blue-white. But I just take this Slaughter Games, and I'm just like, yeah, whatever. I guess I'll just take this card. I don't really care. And then Foil Sundering Growth, or no, I end up going with the Grave Betrayal because I really don't want somebody to have that 7-mana enchantment. That's going to be pretty bad against me. Cobble Brute, that card's actually going to make the main deck, so that's pretty awesome. And I managed to pick one up late. So anyway, there's a couple of random last picks coming, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for the games. Have a nice day. Bye.